Hi, hello, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have Lady Raider Volleyball coming your way here this evening from Wes-Del High School in Gaston, Indiana. Your 2-0 Wapahani Lady Raiders taking on the 2-0 Wes-Del Lady Warriors. Glad to have all you with us here this evening. I'm Brandon Warbilius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here with Raiders Live, the pregame edition presented by FC Tech or Muncie, Realtors Ted Cook and Joanne Davis. Well, let's get right to things here, folks. The Raiders, like I mentioned, is 2-0 here on the year. A strong start to the season. Their first victory was last Tuesday against the Delta Eagles. And then just a couple nights ago, they defeated Blue River for their first conference victory of the year. That was a little bit of a back and forth game in the second set. Really, other than that, Wapahani was in control most of that ball game there against Blue River on Tuesday night. So now you come into this game. Obviously, both teams undefeated. Wes-Del's got off to a nice strong start, especially in the MEC conference. Already 2 games played. Both of those victories over Daleville and Eastern Hancock. So now you come in here. If you're Wapahani, obviously you have that confidence that you've been able to play with here so far. We've been playing some pretty good volleyball here. Obviously, still getting adjusted a little bit with a new look to the team. But the talent is definitely there, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of that here this evening. And the level of consistency, I think that's always a huge key for Wapahani, for that matter, any team. I don't care what it is, but to find that level of consistency and making sure that you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent and keeping them in a position that they aren't very comfortable with. And we've seen a lot of some really good passing. Obviously, offensively, we have the offensive firepower that we have, but if you're able to pass the ball and serve the ball with success, you're going to win a lot of ball games. And obviously, the service pressure, I think, has been pretty good for the most part for us. We have had some errors, but that's part of the game. You got to learn, though, and continue to get better. But I think overall, with our serving and overall service pressure, I think we've done a real nice job of that. Passing, for the most part, like I said, has been pretty solid for us. That back row is going to be extremely vital for Wapahani because, somewhat the lack of height and, blocking, from a blocking standpoint for us, we don't necessarily have a whole lot of that. Now, that doesn't mean we won't get blocks because we will. It just might not happen as much as recent years have we had that. So, being able to come out here and again, having the defensive mindset of going out here and making sure that we're taking care of business there first and foremost, I think is only going to complement our game even more. And obviously, once we continue to get the offense flowing here, if our defense does their part, then, like I said, we have a lot of good opportunities to win a lot of ball games. And because at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Defensively, you got to be solid. Offense, serving, every asset and spectrum of the game, you have to do very well. And the team that we have, I think, is more than capable of being able to take care of business, do the right things, and play the game the right way. So, like I said, a good start here to the season. You come into tonight's game with a victory over Blue River or a couple days ago. Wes-Del playing some really good volleyball here. Like I said, they have that renewed vigor a little bit, and a lot of talent out there on the floor and unselfishness as well. And obviously, when you have a coach there like Biff Wilson that has a ton of experience at the varsity level coaching, and obviously has 2 state championship teams here with Wes-Del in the past 6 or 7 years, he knows exactly how to get the best out of his players. And the same goes here for head coach Jared Richardson here for Wapahani. Right there in the same boat. We've had our fair share of state championships, and both coaches know how to get the best out of their players. And maybe when they aren't always clicking on all cylinders, you got to kind of dig deep a little bit and find ways to still get the job done. And like I said, it is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm sure probably at times, when you do have a little bit of a new look and players filling in new roles, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just next person up. That's really what it comes down to, and everybody's got to challenge each other and play hard and play together. And like I said, hopefully then that will translate into a lot of success throughout the season here. And we have a big week ahead. Obviously we're winding down the work week, if you will, and the school week as well, with tonight against Wes-Del, and then Saturday we have the Wapahani Invitational, which I believe is a start time of 9 o'clock for that on Saturday morning. Make sure to come on out. It's really a nice, fulfilling day of volleyball, that's for sure. I'm positive. I think Wapahani gets to play in 3, maybe 4 games on Saturday, and then they have another big game coming up next Tuesday at home as they take on the Yorktown Lady Tigers of Class 4A, and that's definitely going to be a fantastic ball game to come out and watch. And if you're not able to, or heck, even if you are there and want to still watch the game with some commentary, that's what we're here for, some commentary and some video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, WHS Network, for all the Raider sports action all season long right here. So, folks, we have about 4.5 minutes to go. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break. We'll be back here with the finishing touches of the Raiders Live pregame presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. All right, welcome back again here, folks, to the Raiders Live pregame edition here, presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. We'll wrap up our pregame here this evening. Simply this, Wapahani, you want to get off to a great start. We was able to do so a couple nights ago, and really in both of our games so far this season, we've been able to get off to a good start, but I think that's always important, to set the tone early and get up on your opponent and really, start making them work from behind, and being able to do that and to put all these kinds of pressures on your opponent is extremely, extremely key, because if you can get them down, then mentally it's going to be tough for them to get back into it. And we have the kind of team that, again, offensively, we can get it going early and often. But it's the main thing is getting off to a good start and continuing to put it on them. I know we've seen there against Blue River the other night there in the second set. I think we had quite a few moments in that second set where we could have really put them away. But we let them hang around, and you don't want to let any good teams hang around. Luckily, we was able to get the job done there in the second set, but I think it's always key. If you're starting to build a lead, you got to continue to get after it and play your A game all the way through. That doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes, but just keep hitting the ground running and find a way to win ball games. And like I said, it's going to be a tough matchup here tonight. Wes-Del's ready to play. Exciting group to watch. Wapahani has another very exciting group to watch here as well, so it should be a great showdown here between two Delaware County volleyball programs. So, folks, again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame edition presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. We'll step aside here for a break. We got the national anthem coming up. And then tonight's rosters here for tonight's game between your 2-0 Wapahani Lady Raiders and the 2-0 Wes-Del Lady Warriors. Alrighty, welcome back here, folks, here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have tonight's rosters coming up right here for you. First for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Number 4, Haven Gates. Number 5, Emily Stewart. Number 6, Estella Davis. Number 7, Sarah Horn. Number 8, Allison Stewart. Number 9, Mallory Summers. Number 11, Emma Shuck. Number 12, Cameron Curry. Number 13, Maddie Webb. Number 15, Layla Lee. Number 16, Olivia Smith. And number 17, Cadence Brewer. The Lady Raiders are coached by Jared Richardson, assisted by Jenna Eastham and Katina Nichols. Now we'll take a look here at the Wes-Del Lady Warriors. We got number 1, Tori Clements. Number 2, Grace Bond. Number 3, Cassie Wilson. Number 4, Kylie Antrim. Number 5, Maria Kelly. Number 6, Izzy Mitchell. Number 7, McKenna Petro. Number 8, Morgan Chafin. Number 9, Tiffany Clark. As well as number 10, Sarah Smoot. Number 11, Sammy Russell. Number 12, Hope Tony. Number 13, Natalie Richards. And number 14, Callie Berry. The Lady Warriors coached by Biff Wilson and assisted by Deb Bunagel and Mariah Berry, Kristen Lansing, and Hunter Martin. So again, that's tonight's rosters for both teams. We'll step aside here for a quick break. We have the national anthem coming up, which we'll have the audio for that. But thanks again for joining us here this evening. We'll step aside. We'll be back here with the start of tonight's ball game on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have start of tonight's game again between the 2-0 Wapahani Lady Raiders and the 2-0 Wes-Del Lady Warriors. Obviously, I'm Brandon Morbilius here with the play-by-play call. And cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Got a real nice crowd here this evening on both sides. Again, you know, this is always an exciting game. You know, anytime you can come out and obviously play anyway, you like to draw a nice crowd. But both teams here very respectable. We've got a good showing on both sides as far as crowd-wise. So get ready to get things going here tonight. Again, we have our officials this evening. The down referee will be Bobby Borer, and the up referee will be Sean Sherfy. So here we go to begin things here tonight. We'll see number 10, Sarah Smoot, with the ace to begin things for the Lady Warriors. Smith with the dig. There's Summers with a setup to Olivia Smith. Smoot over here to Clemens. Kept alive there, put right back over by Estella Davis. Summers back to Davis again. Smoot keeps it alive. Clemens will get it over. A little free volley right here. Got to put it down. Davis tried to do so, but once again, Wes-Del right there. Emma Shuck on the attack, blocked. Now resetting it again as Summers will change it up a little bit. Gates, Summers, over to Smith. Dug out by Bond. Now Clements back on the attack, and that's going to be off the hand of Smith. That's a 2-0 Warriors lead. And that'll be a serving error right there by Smoot. So the Lady Raiders will get the first point of the evening off of an error, as we'll see Cameron Curry in here for the first time of the night for the Lady Raiders. They'll be dug out and shanked over to the right side by Clemens, as the Raiders will now tie it up at 2. Emma Shuck back to serve. Dug out by Clemens. Smoot with the setup over here, number 5, Kelly. And miss hit there, and we'll have 4 hits called. Now 3-2 Raider lead. Another fine serve right there, and over the net, called on Wapahani. So an unfortunate error there will cost us a point, and now serving for the Lady Warriors will be number 2, Grace Bond. Tied here at 3 in the early stages of set number 1 of the evening. Summers will set it up to Gates. There's Bond to Smoot, now to Kelly, and hit out of bounds, as the Lady Raiders will once again retake the lead 4-3. Olivia Smith will now drop back to serve. Sarah Orm now in the ball game, seeing her first action of the evening. Bond with a dig, set up here. Tipped over the net. I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Curry on that one. Very little that we could see with the referee a little bit there in the way. And that's going to be 2 hits. So 5-3 Wapahani. So Smith once again back there to serve. Bond will dig it. Smoot sets it up to number 6, Mitchell. And in the net will be called on Wes-Del. Nice soft touch of the net there will get the Warriors point number 4 of the night. As we'll see number 4, Kylie Antrim now into the ball game. And Tori Clements back to serve. There's Olivia Smith, now Gates. Summers calls for it. Bond sets it to Mitchell. Gates will lay out for it. Now over to Orm. And it's going to be out. So a real nice pass and a great setup there to Orm. Just missed it. But got everything behind that one. Smith will dig it. Summers again with a setup to Davis. Mitchell will get it back across. Gates sets it up to Stella Davis. Again, Smoot. Clemens lays out for it. Now Mitchell again back on the attack. And off the hands of Orm and Smith as the Warriors will tie it up. And I'll tell you what, a very excited crowd here tonight. Hey, that's good though. That's the way it should be. Nothing wrong with cheering for your school. Smith with the digs. Summers sets it up to Stella Davis. Kind of a bad set right there. Kept alive there by Curry. Now Davis will tip it across. Kelly hits it into the back row and just a hair out of bounds. As again, Wapahani will retake the lead, 7-6. And in comes Allison Stewart for the first time tonight. She'll come in for Stella Davis and drop back to serve. Bond shanks it way back. An ace for Allison Stewart. And a timeout will be taken here by the Warriors. We'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this will be our Tom Cherry Mufflers game break here. A 8-6 lead here for the Lady Raiders. I'd like to thank Tom Cherry for their sponsorship, located at 321 West 8th Street in Muncie, Indiana. Since 1946, Tom Cherry Mufflers has taken care of your exhaust, brakes, shocks, struts, and mufflers. So if you want the underneath of your car looked at, call Tom Cherry Mufflers at 765-289-4116. No appointment needed. They'll hear you coming. Also to the barn lot, located at 2410 East County Road 300 South, just died off the bypass in Muncie, Indiana. Scott Quirk is the man to supply all of your outside needs. Barns, sheds, garages, carports, gazebos, and even play sets for the kids and more. For more information, make sure to call Scott at 765-744-7396 and also visit his online website at thebarnlotsheds.com. So I greatly appreciate those two sponsors. As we get back to volleyball, Stewart back to serve again. Smoot will set it up to Mitchell. There's Summers. Stewart with a set over to Orm. And down in play, that was off the hand of Kelly. Worked out beautifully there. Nice hit by Orm and a great setup. And hit the top of the net, serving error. It's a pretty nice job there overall. Don't want to kick yourself too much. Did a pretty good job serving there. 9-7 Raiders the lead. Gates, there is Stewart. Summers. Tell you what, she got away with getting into the net there. And Smoot goes down on the play. Like the hustle there by Sarah Smoot there, the Wes-Del Warrior. She hit the step pretty hard over there, but looks to be okay. Gates back to serve. 10-7 lead now for the Raiders. Bad pass there by Wes-Del, ends up costing them one. Real nice serve there by Gates. Hit over by Mitchell. And right on the line. So 11-8 lead now. And Summers unable to sneak that one inside the line. 11-9 game. And Mitchell serves that one into the net. So 12-9 your score. Wapahani with a 3-point lead. Another fine serve, this time by Sarah Orm, an ace. As the Lady Raiders look to push this lead a little bit further. And Gates unable to get there in time. So nice hustle. Number 9, Clark back there to serve for Wes-Del. Summers on the attack. There's Smoot. Clemens, very dangerous player right there. Stewart with a setup. Summers puts it down and well out of bounds to make it 13-11. Summers with a dig. Stewart over to Smith, tips it. Nice soft touch there from Olivia Smith. Nicely done there. A 14-11 lead. We'll see Estella Davis back in here for the Raiders. And Mallory Summers to serve. And nobody going to get there. So it's you get a point, then the other team get a point, then you get a point, so on and so forth, back and forth. Smoot back to serve for the Lady Warriors. And another error. So Wes-Del's had already, I think, pretty close to 3 or 4 serving errors already here in this set. We got to start executing a little bit better here for Wapahani, as Kelly is able to hit that one down just in front of the outstretched hands of Emma Schutt to once again make it a 2-point lead for the Raiders. Gates with a dig. Summers sets it to Davis, and that's going to be off the hands of Clemens and out of bounds, as Davis will record a kill and again put the Raiders up by 3. Tipped over the net there, nicely done. Changed it up big time right there and really completely psyched out the defense there of the Lady Raiders. And Wes-Del was able to put another point together here to make it a 16-14 ball game in set number 1 of the evening. Set to Davis. Smoot will dig it out. And Kelly didn't know how close it was going to be. She didn't know exactly what she wanted to do right there. Tough play, but unfortunately for them, it works out here for Wapahani, which is a great thing. So back in comes Allison Stewart for Stella Davis. Mitchell puts it into the back row. Here's Gates now to Stewart. Set over to Orm. Finds that back corner. Well executed there by the Raiders senior outside hitter, Sarah Orm. 18-15 Gates. As they're serving for the Raiders. Blocked by Summers and Orm. And the Raiders now, I think, have the largest lead of the night, which is 20-15. A timeout taken here. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a timeout of our own. Wapahani leads 20-15. First set action here from Wes-Del. All righty, welcome back here, folks. Back out of the timeout again. Wapahani with a 20-15 lead. Make a 20-16 lead after the serving error. So now back to serve will be number 6, Izzy Mitchell for the Lady Warriors. Gates will dig it. Stewart sets it up. Orm will hit it across, and miscommunication by Clements, and Mitchell will give the Raiders a point right there, make it 21-16. 4 points away from taking the first set of the evening. Sarah Orm the serve, and again into the net. So now in here for Wes-Del, number 14, Callie Berry. And back to serve number 9, Tiffany Clark. Orm digs it. Stewart with a setup to Smith. There we go. Stewart with a set to Summers. Yes! 22-17. Real nice set there by Allison Stewart, and a great finish by Mallory Summers. A 5-point lead as this set gets later and later to the end. Shuck on the attack, well hit. Smoot will get it over, and nobody there. So back in here be number 7, McKenna Petro. Little floater serve there, Shuck. Summers, ooh, a very dangerous set there to Davis. Now Clemens on the attack. Skims the top of the net and was able to find a piece of the floor. Gates, now Summers with the setup to Davis. Bond will dig it out. And that one nearly went into the stands. Nice hustle again there by Smoot. But the Raiders are now 2 points away from taking the opening set of the evening. Floater serve there from Emma. Well done. Summers lays out for that one. Orm now to Davis. Soft touch and finding the open area there on the sideline. Sneaks it inbounds. And the Raiders now at set point. And that's going to be an ace. And the Raiders will take set number 1 of the evening, 25-19. We'll go ahead and step aside here, folks. Again, this has been Lady Raider Volleyball here on the WHS Network. We'll be back here with set number 2 momentarily right after this commercial break. Alrighty, welcome back here, folks. Again, this is the Tom Cherry Mufflers game break in Wapahani with a 1-0 lead there. Took the first set 25-19. Very back and forth first set, really until the end. Wapahani was able to string some points together there and went on a little bit of a run and was able to get the W in set number 1. Would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. I'd like to thank Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops in which they've been servicing the community for over 30 years. If you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, make sure to contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So we will get back to volleyball here with set number 2. That'll be Doug out there. Smoot with a setup to Clemens. And Gates unable to get there in time. And just like the first set, the Warriors take the opening lead. And that one's served out of bounds. So the serving errors continue to haunt the Lady Warriors here this evening. Of course, you know, we've had a share of our own as well, but want to make sure to minimize those as much as possible. Nice block there by Stella Davis. Tipped over the net. Smith can't get there in time, as it's a 2-1 lead here for Wes-Del. Nice tip there by Summers. Smoot sends it over there to, I think that was Kelly or Mitchell. Looks like Mitchell on that one. Bond now to Smoot. Now we'll see number 7, Petra. Point there for the Raiders. Tipped off their fingers and out of bounds. So Smith back to serve for Wapahani. Smoot keeps it alive. Bond will get it over. Set up to Orman. Puts it down, and it's going to be in the net. Hold on the Raiders. Very unfortunate there, especially after would have had the point, would have gave you the lead. But it is what it is. 3-2. Summers sets it to Davis, and she'll put it down for another kill to tie it up at 3. Back in comes Allison Stewart for Stella Davis. And she'll be back to serve. Mishandled, and that's going to be 4 hits. And again, it's all about service pressure, getting that from the very beginning, keeping the defense on their heels. Shanked off to the left side, another ace for Stewart. And now the Raiders lead at 5-3. Just keep on keeping on. Nice downward action on that serve. Dug out by Gates. Set to Summers. Off the hand of Smoot, and now it's 6-3 Wapahani. After the hammer down by Mallory Summers. Bond with a dig. Smoot sets it up, and Mitchell will get it across. Here's Stewart again with a setup. Now to Curry. Just barely able to get something on that was Bond. Orm putting everything behind that one. As that one was hit into the net by the Warriors. So Wapahani here on a 5-0 run. I just had to say something. Broadcasting jinx. 7-4 as we will see number 8. Morgan Chafin now in the ball game for the Lady Warriors. Gates digs it. Stewart sets it up. Summers puts it down. 8-4 Wapahani. Kept alive by Gates. Love the hustle right there. And somehow Orm was able to get that one over the net. Blocked, kept alive by Orm. Set back to Orm once again. Haven Gates once again drops back to serve. Another near ace. Stewart with a set up to Shuck. Mitchell will find her way in there to get a point for the Warriors, which will now make it a 9-5 ball game. Number 6, Izzy Mitchell back to serve. Summers putting an absolute spanking on that ball. So keep on going here. Wapahani now with a 6-point lead. A timeout will be taken by the Warriors. And we will go ahead and take a timeout here with them. 11-5. Raiders lead here in set number 2. They own a 1-0 lead. We'll be back right after the break. Back out of the timeout. Here we are, Wapahani with a 11-5 lead in set number 2 of the night. Coming out of the timeout, we'll see Sarah Orm back there to serve, dug out by Clemens Smoot. They'll set up to Antrim. Kept alive nicely there by Haven Gates, but Smith will hit that one into the net. Subbing in now for the Warriors will be number 9, Tiffany Clark, and she'll also be back to serve. Gates with a dig. There's Stewart changing it up a little bit, setting it over the net. Blocked by Summers. And in the net, hold on, Wes-Del. Floater serve. Tipped over the net. Here we go. Gates with the set up to Davis. And another Another miscommunication by the Warriors. Hit off of Tiffany Clark. So some just little mental mistakes is what's costing them so far. And Summers will nearly hit that one to the moon. So now back to serve for Wes-Del, number 10, Sarah Smooth. The Raiders up by 6. Set to Davis and finds the corner along the sideline. To now make it a 14-7 lead. Emma Shuck back to serve. Nicely done there. Set up to number 7, Petro. Set over the net, Summers. There's Bond. Now to Clemens, tips it over. Summers lays out for it. Shuck will set it up in the air, and a little soft touch by Orm, and more miscommunication on behalf of the Warriors. Again, cost them another point. And we're going to have a substitution here. Number 15, Layla Lee, now into the ball game for the first time of the night. Floater there by Emma. There's Summers, sets it to Lee. And looks like Wes-Del might end up taking them another timeout. Well, no, they won't either. All right, so a little pause in the action. Okay, so that was an ace. It should be 17-7, but then they changed the score. So now it's 16-7. I don't know how that occurred, but we'll go with it, I suppose. Smoot sets it to Clemens. There's Summers, and nobody will get there after that. Bond back to serve. Summers just simply tips it over the net. Mitchell hits it into the net. Wes-Del's just fell apart here in this second set. Very surprising to see. You had a very good first set overall for the most part. Well, yeah, you did have some mistakes, but both teams, went back and forth majority of the way. Here in this second set, though, it's been majority Wapahani here. So another one hit into the net as the Raiders will now push that lead to double digits, 18-8. Floater served by Emily Stewart, seeing her first action of the night. Set to Lee, and she won't be able to get it on over there to the other side. Clemens back to serve. Dug out there by Gates. Summers with a setup to Davis. Now Mitchell on the attack, and nobody there to get to that one. Gates with a dig. Summers will set it to Orm. Nice block up front. Summers with a change of pace. They're setting it over the net. Now Mitchell back on the attack. Gates will lay out for it. There's Smoot to Andrim, and there's Summers. Gates keeps it alive. Back to Orm. Hits it into the net. Stewart with the dig. Emily Stewart, that is. Davis finds it along the sideline. So another kill for Estella Davis. Now we have Allison Stewart back to serve. Another little miscue right there and cost the Raiders a point. We'll see number 8, Morgan Chafin, back in here for the Lady Warriors. It's a 19-12 lead here for Wapahani. Stewart to Summers. Mitchell there on the attack. Stewart sets it up to Orm, and another one hit into the net. Summers with a tip. Back to Mitchell and out of bounds. So a big point there for Wapahani. Wes-Del started getting on a little bit of a roll there. Haven Gates back to serve. Mishandled there by Chafin. Now Mitchell. They'll get it over and it's in play. Sneaks it in along the sidelines. Mitchell back to serve. Here's Stewart with a set up to Sarah Orm. Goodness. More miscommunication. Back in comes Olivia Smith for the Raiders. Dug out there, and Bond will get it back over. Set it up to Summers, and again bringing some fury. 22-14 Wapahani. And so now we have another, I guess, dispute, question, whatever it might be over there at the scores table. So, again, hey, you know, I mentioned it the other night. It would really be, in all honesty, it would be really nice if these referees, umpires, you know, if you will, also, when it comes to baseball and softball and everything, just have a microphone on. Tell us what's happening. I don't care if the microphone just only goes to us and that's it. You know, get them some kind of like a wireless headset or whatever the case might be. Let us know what's going on, because most of the time we have no clue what they're talking about, what they're discussing. Nothing. So as of right now, the score stands at 22-14 Wapahani. So we're still not sure what the question or dispute was about, but now we're back to volleyball. And nothing even came out of it, so I'm not quite sure. Gates sticks her hands up in the air. Stewart keeps it alive, and Summers will get it over. Nicely done by the Raiders. Allison Stewart again lays out for it, and it's going to be a lift And the ladies will take the point. Nicely done, ladies. Oh, heck yes. And we serve that one out of bounds. Summers, Stewart to Smith, and Clemens with it in. And Clemens finds it again in the back corner along the sideline to make it a 7-point game. Wapahani needs 2 more points. Take a 2-0 lead right here. Set to Shuck, tips it over the net. Smoot back to Clemens. Gates, Stewart, oh, Summers tips it over. Got to put it down. And that's exactly what Summers does, but out of bounds. Tipped over there by Stewart. And out of bounds. Nicely done there. Really like what I seen right there from Olivia Smith. She was going to go after that ball. Looked, realized where she was on the court. And just watched that one sail out of bounds. So Summers back to serve for set point. And it's going to be an ace. And the Raiders will take set number 2. 25-17, as now they own a 2-0 lead. Folks, we'll step aside once again here for a break on the WHS Network. We'll be back here with set number 3 coming up momentarily right after this break. All right, welcome back here, folks. Brandon Warbelius again alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with an invaluable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and that cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. These hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also, we'd like to thank the Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. Muncie Dragway located along State Road 67, west of Albany, Indiana. For more information on upcoming events, please visit their website at www.munciedragway.com and contact them at 765-789-8470. Muncie Dragway, family fun, an eighth mile at a time. Alrighty, folks, so here we are geared up for set number 3 of the evening. And Sarah Smoot back there to serve for the Warriors. Summers with a setup. Davis puts it down. Bringing the hammer. She nails that one down for number 1 in the book here for set number 3 for the Raiders. Smoot with the setup. Hit over the net by number 7, Pitch Road. And another one nicely done there by Olivia Smith that time around. Now 2-0 Raiders. Floater serve. Oh, so close there for Emma Shuck. Still nicely done. So a 2-1 lead now, as we'll see number 2, Grace Bond back to serve for the Warriors. There's Smith. Summers sets it to Davis. Mitchell finding her way around there. And the Raiders somehow get it back across there. Gates with the dig off the speaker. Nicely done there by Orm to keep that one alive. Oh, yeah, that's 2. No, actually a lift. So close. But Gates tried. You got to give her that. She tried. She nearly pulled it off as well. Gates digs it there. Summers will just tip it on over the net, and we got girls falling down out here now. Curry on the attack. Hits that one into the net, and the Warriors will now take a 3-2 lead. And Davis will record another kill off the fingertips of the blocker to tie this game at 3. And again, Wapahani, for the most part, throughout this ball game has really played fairly well. I really like, again, our passing has really been good. We really haven't made too many mistakes in there with that. Serving, again, for the most part, has been good. Yes, we've had some errors, but not a lot to where it's going to make a huge difference. If you can keep, of course, as I say that, we commit a serving error, but it's so important to minimize those as much as possible to where you're not giving your opponent free points. So the less, the better. Gates will dig it out. Summers with a setup to Davis, and another one. Davis with another kills. We'll see Allison Stewart reinstalled back into the Raider lineup for Estella Davis, and Stewart will be back to serve with a 5-4 lead. Smoot with the setup to Mitchell. There's Stewart again, and kept alive by Summers. That's no question. Under the net that time by Summers. Nice try, but unfortunately to no prevail. So we'll see number 8, Morgan Chafin, now back into the Warriors rotation. Summers with a dig. Set up to Orm. Beautifully done. Great court vision right there, executing that opportunity to a tee. Found some open space there along the sideline just over the net. Was able to get the job done now. A 6-5 lead. Tell you what, they're having all kinds of issues over there at that scores table. So finally have got it back together. There was Allison Stewart again laying out for another one. Those hustle points will get you somewhere. Even if she wasn't to get to that ball, you still love the hustle. That's what you're looking for from all these ladies. Making sure they're going to lay it all out there on the line. So number 6, Mitchell, will be back to serve. Gates digs it out, set up to Orm. Blocked up front there. Now Summers on the attack. Quick reaction there by Chafin, but hit into the net. I'm not sure if that was Mitchell or Smoot on that one, but nevertheless, the Raiders will collect the point, make it a 7-6 lead. And back to serve will be number 7, Sarah Orm. Smoot with a set up there. That was to number 14, Barry, Callie Barry. Now 8-6 after that shot by the Raiders. Again, if you're just now joining us, the Raiders took the first 2 sets of the evening, 25-19, 25-17. 9-6, now make it 10-6 with an ace from Sarah Orm. And a timeout taken here by the Warriors. We'll go ahead and stay right here with you during the timeout. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership, owned by Randy Stoops, located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, actually more information about one, contact Stoops at 765-288-1903, and also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So special thanks to Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. Also, I'd like to thank Liberty Perry Alumni Association President Richard Morris. Liberty Perry Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to get on their online website at www.libertyperryalumni.com to get information on any events, which, by the way, they have the all-class reunion coming up this coming Saturday. Make sure to head on out to Harris Chapel Church. That's an end-to-net violation called on the Warriors. But an all-class reunion, again, held by the Alumni Association, held at Harris Chapel on Saturday. That will be, I think, a 4:30 to 7:30 time frame, if I'm correct on that. If I'm not, then I apologize. But I'm fairly confident that it's 4:30 to 7:30 on Saturday evening at Harris Chapel Church. So if you're an alumnus of Wapahani or Selma or Center High School, make sure to head on out there for a nice evening. They'll have catered food and much, much more, and you can relive the memories of the good old days coming up there Saturday night. Got number 9, Tiffany Clark, back there to serve. Skimmed over the top of the net, kept alive, but Wapahani unable to get it over the net. But you like to see that there from Olivia Smith, from Allison Stewart, and Sarah Orm right there, getting after it. So a 12-8 ball game, set number 3 of the evening. Stewart with a set up to Shuck. There was Chafin, and in the net will be called on Wes-Del. And Summers trying to punch it over. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of room. It's a 12-10 ball game. I don't know how they changed the score again, but keep changing the score on me. Smith on the attack. Here's Smoot with a setup to Clemens. Gates with another dig. And a little free volley here. We'll see what Wes-Del can cook up. They're able to cook up another kill. Number 14, Callie Berry. As it's now 12-11. Orm with a dig. Stewart. Summers. Yes. Exactly what we needed right there. Got to get back on the board as Estella Davis will be back into the Raiders rotation. Mallory Summers to serve. Good job there, keeping it alive there by Wes-Del. Let's see if Wapahani can finish it. Yes! With the kill from Estella Davis to make it a 14-11 lead. Smoot sets it up and just tapped over the net there by Berry. There's Davis again. Laying out for it was Bond. And a plethora of bodies all in one small space over there. Showing some hustle on the floor. A 15-11 lead now. Floater serve again here by Summers. Smoot with a setup. Over to Clemens. Gates with the dig. Summers now to Olivia Smith. Who just barely got that one over the net. Davis back with the hammer. See it. That is signed, sealed, and delivered. 16-11. Raiders here with a 5-point lead as we are midway through this set. Subbing in back in here for the Lady Warriors, number 7, Kenna Petro. Smoot back to serve. Gates off the hands right there and in there for an ace for Smoot. It's going to happen from time to time. Gates, 99.9% of the time is money. With the digs. Summers over to Davis again. Bond will dig it out. That looked like 2 hits. Summers tips it over. Bond once again right there. Not sure what just happened right there. I know Wes-Del got a point. I don't know exactly what we did wrong, but alrighty then. There we go. Now we'll get another one back up on the board for the Raiders. Cameron Curry back in here for Wapahani. 17-14. Shuck back there to serve. Dug out. Smoot with a setup and off the hands of Summers. So back and forth we go, folks, in set number 3. Smith with a dig. Summers to Davis. And that's going to head into the crowd for a souvenir. Set to Mitchell. That's going to be 4. Okay, never mind. Thought that looked like that might have been 4 hits. Smoot again with a set up to Mitchell. Blocked right back at her. Oh, got to use this right here. Set to Davis. And off the blocker's hands and out of bounds. Point for the Raiders, 19-15. Bad set right there, cost them the point. And a timeout taken by the Warriors. 20-15, Raiders lead it here in set number 3 of the evening. We'll step aside. We'll be right back out of the timeout. All right, folks, welcome back after the timeout. A 20-15 Raiders lead. 5 more points to go until this game is over. So Sarah Orm gets in on the action right there with that kill. Had a pretty nice game here for herself. Dug out by Clemens, and here's Mitchell on the attack. That's 4. Or no, actually that hit the antenna, pardon me. Petro there with the kill for the Warriors. To inch him a little bit closer here. Tori Clemens back to serve. Summers sets it to Brewer. She just came into the ball game. Cadence Brewer. Good volleyball right here. Summers with a setup. Davis not much room, as that will be punched out of bounds to make it 22-17. And Smith will shank that one backwards. So now the Warriors find themselves now only down by 4. Smith with a dig. Summers with a set up to Estella Davis. Mitchell tips it across. Set over now by Davis. There we go. Got to use it here. Orm getting it across, but Wes-Del keeps it alive. Here we go. Back to Orm again. Bond with the dig. And in the net called on Wes-Del. A momentum killer for them. And that's going to be out of bounds on Wes-Del. So here we are with game point, 24-18. man. She thought she tipped it over for the win, but instead was in the net. Oh, man, that great idea, though. It was set right there on a silver platter. Very unfortunate. Summers will end it this time, and the Raiders will take it in straight sets here tonight, folks. 25-19, 25-17, 25-19. Again, the Raiders now improved to 3-0 on the season. We'll probably just go ahead and end the broadcast right here because we got to get things cleaned up, get on the bus, and head back to Wapahani. But pretty good ball game here tonight from the Raiders. Good victory. I really like how we played again. Really in all facets of the game, we did a really good job. So, improving, getting better, and continuing to win ball games, and that's what you like to see. So, great job here by the Lady Raiders. They will now look towards Saturday, Wapahani Invitational, starting at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Make sure to come on out there, support your Lady Raider volleyball team all day long, Saturday morning and afternoon, and part of your evening there as well. Also, our next broadcast will be coming up next Tuesday, as we'll be back home again with your Wapahani Lady Raiders taking on the Yorktown Lady Tigers in a big-time showdown between two Delaware County volleyball powerhouses. So, should be a great one there. Don't miss that one coming up next Tuesday night. So, once again, thanks to all of our sponsors: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, the Muncie Dragway, as well as the Barn Lot, FC Tucker, Muncie Real Estate Agents, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, and Tom Cherry Mufflers, all proud sponsors of the WHS Network. So once again, folks, thanks for watching. This has been Brandon Morbilius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thanking all of you for watching. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.